Good morning, students. In previous video we discussed empirical formula, molecular formula model and some more points regarding mole concept. This is next topic, that is stoichiometric calculations. Stoichiometric calculations. There are three types of stoichiometric calculations. One is weight calculations, next one is weight volume calculations, and last one is volume calculations. Weight volume calculations. Weight calculations means that all are numericals in all these calculations. Weight calculations means weight of one substance will be given and the weight of other substance is to be found. That is the meaning of weight calculations. I repeat once again. In question, weight of one substance will be given and the weight of other substance is to be found. That is the meaning of weight calculations. If you see the example, then you will get clear idea. For example, this is the question regarding this model. Calculate the amount of water produced by the combustion of 16 grams of CH4. So this is the question given. What we have to find? We have to find amount of water. Amount means weight. We have to find amount of water. That means weight of water when 16 grams of CH4 undergoes combustion. Here you have to know one point. Combustion means in chemistry, combustion means when any substance reacts with oxygen, that is considered as combustion. When any substance reacts with oxygen, that is considered as combustion. Here you have to know one more point, that is, this is very fundamental point. See, CH4, wait, I will take one more example. I take general example, CXHY. That means this is one hydrocarbon. Why it is called hydrocarbon? This hydrocarbon contains X number of carbon atoms and Y number of hydrogen atoms. When any compound contains carbons and hydrogens, then that will be considered as hydrocarbon. My point here is, when any hydrocarbon undergoes combustion, that means when it reacts with oxygen, then we get X amount of CO2 and half Y by 2 moles of H2O. When any hydrocarbon undergoes combustion, then X moles or X amount of CO2 and Y by 2 moles of H2O will be formed. This is fundamental basic concept. Here the amount of oxygen will be X plus Y by 4. If I discuss example, then you will get clear idea. For example, I take CH4. This is methane, we know that very well. Its molecular formula CH4. When it reacts with oxygen, then we get how much amount? X amount of CO2. That means here X means C1. That means 1 mole of CO2. And Y by 2 means 4 by 2. That means 2 moles of H2O. 1 mole of CO2 and 2 moles of H2O will be formed. Then it is to be balanced. This reaction is to be balanced. Not only this reaction, every reaction should be balanced. After completing the reaction, you have to balance. See, here on left side number of carbon atoms 1, right side number of carbon atoms 1. Here left side number of hydrogens 4, right side number of hydrogens 4, 2 2s 4. That means carbon atoms and hydrogen atoms both are balanced. Then what about oxygen atoms? Here oxygen atoms 2. but here oxygen atoms 2 plus 2, how many? 4. That means oxygen atoms are not balanced still. So in order to balance, we have to put here how much? 2. If we put 2, then 2 2 is 4, 2 plus 2 4, then automatically this reaction will be balanced. Or you can follow above reaction, x plus 5 by 4. What is the value of x here? 1. So 1 plus y, how much? 4. 4 by 2. 1 plus 4 by 2, that means 1 plus 2. So sorry, 1 plus 4 by 4, 1 plus 4 by 4, how much? 1 plus 1, that means finally 2. Then also we get same value like this. So if you don't know how to balance the equation, then you can follow this method. This method is to be followed when any hydrocarbon undergoes combustion, then only you have to follow this one. We can't follow x plus y by 4 model in all equations. When any hydrocarbon undergoes combustion, in order to balance oxygen atoms, then we can follow this one, x plus y by 4. Then also we get same value. So what is the meaning of this reaction? When 1 mole CH4, here before CH4 one number is there, so that indicates 1 mole CH4 reacts with 2 moles O2, then we get 1 mole CO2 and 2 moles H2O. So that is the meaning of reaction. That is the way to balance the reactions when they undergo combustion. So in this question, what is given? Calculate the amount of water produced by combustion of 16 grams of CH4. That means hydrocarbon is given, that is undergo combustion, then we have to find amount of water. So what we have to do in this model, in all these models, first we will able to write equation. If you are unable to write equations, then you cannot solve this type of model. In all stoichiometric calculations, we will able to write equations, then only you can solve this type of model. Mostly equation is given in question itself indirectly. Indirectly. So by using that concept, question, we will write equations. That is not a difficult process, that is somehow easy process. So in that question, what? 16 grams of CH4 should undergo combustion, then how much amount of water produced means this is product. So based on that concept, we can write equation. So when CH4 undergo combustion means oxygen, then what are the products will form? CO2 and 2H2. When any hydrocarbon undergoes combustion, then CO2 and H2O will form. I told you just now. After writing the equation, then that equation is to be balanced. After completing balancing equation, here you have to see some points. In question, what are the substances given in question? What are the substances given? Water and CH4. Only those two substances given. That means we have to find amount of water by using 16 grams of methane. That means we have to consider only those two substances. So first draw the line for those two substances. I draw the line for these two substances. So in this equation, we don't bother about O2 and CO2 because that amounts are not given in that question. So no need to consider about O2 and CO2. So we have to consider about amounts of CH4 and H2O. So for that, we have to draw one line. That is the second step. First step is we will able to write equation, then balancing the equation. That is the first step. Second step, we will draw the one line for the given substances. Next important step is, after completing the equation, after drawing the line of the given equation, we have to write the points. What points? See, in this question, as per equations, we have to write some points. We have considered these two only. CH4 means 1 mole CH4. 2H2O means 2 moles H2O. First we have to write those points. 1 mole CH4, 2 moles H2O. As per equation, 1 mole CH4, what is our target? One substance weight is to be found by using other substance weight. So as per equation, what is the weight of 1 mole CH4? 16 grams of CH4. So for 16 grams of CH4, as per equation, for 16 grams of CH4, how much amount of water will be formed? 2 into 1, actually 1 mole H2O 18. Here 2 moles H2O, so that 2 into 18 grams H2O will be formed. As per equation, 16 grams CH4 gives 2 into 18 grams of H2O as per equation. Now apply given condition. What is the given condition? What is the amount of water formed when 16 grams of CH4 undergo combustion? Apply this condition. For 16 grams of CH4, then how much amount of water will be formed? As per equation, 16 grams CH4 is there. As per given condition also, we want 16 grams of CH4, how much amount of water? That means we have to find amount of water. Question mark comes right side here. So what we have to do? Finally, we have to cross multiply. We have to do the cross multiplication. So when question mark comes this side, then the answer is, the calculation part will be this into this by this one. I repeat once again. When question mark comes right side, the calculation will be this one into this one by this one. Suppose when question mark comes left side, then the calculation will be this one into this one by this one. When question mark comes left side, then answer will be this one into this one by this one. So that is the way to do the calculation. So here the calculation is what? 16 into 2 into 18. 16 into 2 into 18 by 16. 16 into 2 into 18 by 16. Finally 36 grams of H2O will be formed. That means for 16 grams of CH4, how much amount? 36 grams of H2O will be formed. That's all. That is the way to do the calculation regarding this model. If you see one more model, then you will get clear idea. See, what is the next model? Calculate the next question. What is the weight of CO2 obtained when 10 grams of limestone decomposed? What is the question? 10 grams of limestone is given. We have to find amount of CO2. So what we have to do? What is given? Weight of one substance is given, weight of other substance is to be found. So this is also comes under weight calculations. What we have to do first? We will able to write equation. That is the first step. If you are unable to write the equation, then we cannot solve this model. So what is the formula for limestone? CaCO3. This is the formula for limestone. When it undergoes decomposition, that means when it undergoes heating, then we get CO and CO2. How can we say that? How can we know that CO and CO2 will be formed? Because in the question itself, CO2 obtained. That means CO2 will form from limestone. So by using that point, we can write the equation. I told you already. In question itself, equation will be given indirectly. In every question, equation will be given indirectly. So what we have to do after writing the equation, we have to balance the equation. Here 1 Ca, 1 Ca. How many oxygens? 3. 2 plus 1, 3. 1 carbon, 1 carbon. So all equation is balanced. After balancing the equation, what we have to do? We have to draw the line for regarding substances. Here CO2 amount is to be found, limestone amount is given, so we have to draw the line between CaCO3 and CO2. We don't bother about CO because that amount is not given in that question. After drawing the line, what we have to do? We have to write like this. As per given equation, CaCO3 1. How can we say that before CaCO3 nothing is there? That means 1 CaCO3 is there. That means what? 1 mole CaCO3, 1 mole CO2 will form. That is the meaning. After writing that step, we have to apply a given condition. We have to write as per equation. We have to write the amounts as per equation. 1 mole CaCO3 how much? 100 grams. 1 mole CaCO3 how much? 100 grams. 100 grams CaCO3 gives 1 mole CO2. That means 44 grams CO2. This is as per equation. We are writing these amounts as per equation. After writing as per equations, we have to apply given condition. What is given condition? 10 grams of limestone undergo decomposition. How much amount of CO2 will form? That's all. So now apply given condition. This is given condition. When 10 grams CaCO3 undergoes decomposition, how much amount of CO2 will form? So here question mark comes right side. So what is the calculation part? This one into this one by this one. So that means 10 into 44 by 100. Then finally how much? 4.4 grams of CO2. That means when 10 grams CaCO3 undergoes combustion, then we get 4.4 grams of CO2. So that is the way to calculate stoichiometric calculations. In next video, I will discuss some more models regarding this one.